Just the whole JL transformation was such a big improvement. Wow! Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review on a 2023 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. First and foremost, though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this Rubicon. This one is available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. And if you have any questions whatsoever, just ask for Nick or Eric. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 21 around town and then 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 270 horsepower and then 295 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go to the front end of the Wrangler Rubicon. So first off, we have the sport hood on the Rubicon. So you've got the venting on either side, which looks so cool. Now those are actually so you can drop down the windshield onto it, which is pretty interesting. And then notice, well, everything's blacked out because this is a black Wrangler. So you got the grille all blacked out, right? We've got our LED lights here with the turn signals and daytime running lights kind of built into one area. I'll click the key fob a couple times so you guys can see the turn signal. Now down below we do have the red tow hooks to signify it's a Rubicon. Also you got the red Rubicon lettering there on the side. And got the upgraded steel bumper group. Fog lights on the front end as well. And there you go. Coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 285/70/17 on the front, and over in the rear, aka 33-inch tall tires. Now if you guys look at the design on the wheels, you got the silver there on the top and then kind of like the black below it, which is kind of an iconic Jeep thing. And also got a little Jeep there on the wheel. Now you guys can see here with the front suspension, now the Rubicon's lifted about 2 inches compared to a regular Wrangler, and then still utilizes a solid front axle. You guys can see the whole situation right there. And then we've got the massive fender flares here. We have our trail rated badge, Jeep badge down below with the Wrangler logo down below that. And then notice we got the rock rails already built in from the factory. And then here is your full side view. So here's a key fob for the Wrangler. You got the Jeep logo there on the back. We have our unlock or lock function and then the remote start function. And well, we're gonna open things up with the rear first. I love how it shows the whole JL series here. And then just like every Wrangler ever, you lift up the window. Now you guys can see here with the roll cage inside this body paint, it's kind of like a hallmark of the Wrangler. Got the speaker for the Alpine sound system, and then see the storage space underneath, and also those are for all the bolts and everything. And got 12 volt there off to the side, and hopefully I didn't mess up anything back there. Famous last words, right? But when you're done, you can just pop that in. Now finishing things up with the rest of the rear, I think this actually looks really good with the unpainted hardtop because this is a black Wrangler. So like, here's an example of a white one. Like, it doesn't look horrible, but like, it doesn't look as good as a body painted one, whereas this, I think you could make the argument that this looks just as good as the body painted one. Anyways, we've got our LED taillights here in the back. I guess we will do another quick key fob click. Boom. There you go on that. Red recovery hook here in the back. And then also, again, we have a solid rear axle here. And then you guys can see the Mopar shocks. We got the spare 33 here on the back with the camera there on the center of the tire. And there you go. Now popping inside, we've got some padding here at the top. And then here are the seats. So you've got these cloth seats with the red stitching on them, which is pretty cool. And then we got this nice grab handle that helps out with getting in. So you can see legroom. And then headroom, notice their little holders right there. And then we have a storage net. A couple vents here in the back. And then notice the window controls in the center, normal Wrangler fashion. USB, full power outlet, cup holders down below. And yeah, pretty fun. Let's head to the front. Now here's the front door panel. You can see again with the padding and then the netting down below. And just a quick look at the mirror. We got our adjustment for the mirror right there, and then our door lock and unlock. And then here's the front seat. Again, it says Rubicon on it. You got the red stitching all throughout. And then your seat adjustments there on the side. Pedal layout down below, and then our light control here with the fog light. Notice the red trim there on the dash. Let's pop in. Now here is our steering wheel. We've got the nice leather trim all around, red stitching on the center portion. Radio controls are on the back of the steering wheel. We've got some controls here for the center stack, voice command, phone controls, cruise control as well. Turn signal stock, windshield wiper stock, and there you go. Now here's the center gauge cluster. You guys can see we've got analog gauges there on either side, and then we have that screen there in the center which will show you different bits of info like the fuel economy. Now it shows us pitch and roll, and then also like, hey, sway bar is connected, for example, and tire pressure. But other than that, there's the center. Here's our infotainment screen. So first off, if we pop it into reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and resolution is actually pretty dang good with the camera. Now moving on from that to the rest of the infotainment system. So first off, if we turn on the climate system, you can see we've got a dual zone climate system, which we're definitely going to turn down. Heated seats, heated steering wheel for the front, and overall, as you can see, response time is, well, really good with the screen when you actually press it. We do have the off-road pages as well, which is kind of like a Jeep thing, and that's that. Analog controls down below for the radio and for the climate system. Again, dual zone climate system, heated seats, heated steering wheel, and then we have some little Jeep Easter eggs there with the recirculate button, and then also with the off-road cruise control. And I forgot to mention, also on the windshield, little Jeep there in the corner, which is pretty fun. Window controls here in the center, and then we have our little media station here. 4 auxiliary buttons there. We have our off-road plus with our sway bar disconnect, and then you guys can see with the lockers. So you can lock the rear by itself, or if you want to do the front, you got to do both of them, and then obviously to unlock everything. We've got our shifter for the 4-wheel drive select. So we have 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, neutral, and then 4-wheel low. Now, just like Wranglers in the past, you still have to be rolling forward like just under 5 miles an hour to be able to get into 4-wheel low in neutral. Obviously, it's just a Wrangler thing. It's kind of annoying at first, but once you get used to it, you get used to it. Shifter for the 8-speed automatic, and some cup holders here with our brake on the side. Center console's pretty dang solid. They got the Jeep grab handle here with the glove box. And then finishing things up top, we've got the hard top, like I said earlier. To take it off, you've got these little latches. And me being a Wrangler owner can tell you that it's really easy. It is kind of heavy though with the pieces. And this is coming from someone who lifts weights, okay? And it's not like I'm a weakling. Like, you know, so it's pretty crazy. But tools needed for the rear, that's all. So here's our window sticker for this 2023 Wrangler. You guys can see the base price on the Rubicon is now $46,000. That gives you quite a bit though with the base price. Now this has some options added to it, quite a bit actually. And so you guys can see here, after all options, total MSRP $58,875. This has a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty, and then a 3-year, 36,000 mile basic warranty. And let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. It's so cool to see the sport hood. Both of the mirrors come through the rest of the rear, and let's set off. Setting off in the 2.0 Wrangler, and you know, me being an owner of a 392 can still appreciate the 2.0 Wrangler because I like the overall feel of just like the regular Wrangler and the regular Rubicon as well. It kind of has this like lighter weight feel compared to the 392. Like 392 feels like a tank. This feels like more of like a lightweight, zippy kind of fun SUV, but still has Wrangler driving dynamics. I can say though that this definitely has more direct steering than my Wrangler, that is for sure. It's the price you pay to have a big V8 under the hood. And if you guys hear any rattling, it's my tripod. It handles really well. It's shocking how different this drives from mine. It really is. And the 2.0 performs really, really well at high elevation. You guys gotta remember, with the standard Rubicon, you have a 4:10 axle ratio. So it gives this 2.0 quite a bit of a punch off the line. Yeah, gear shifts are really quick. Something I love about the 2.0 is just boom, boom, snappy with the gear shifts. This 8-speed automatic seriously improved the Wrangler by such a massive amount. Just the whole JL transformation was such a big improvement. Wow! That was quick. That was quick. That was fun. Yeah, they did a really good job with this. So yeah, summing things up, exterior wise, the Rubicon still looks great. Now, yeah, I understand 33s kind of look small in today's world, where like 37s are the new 33s at this point, it seems like, but this still has a massive amount of ground clearance. It's like 11 inches or something like that, which is crazy, right? That's still a lot. And still super capable off-road with the tire. This frankly, with the tires it has and everything, will get you places that not a lot of vehicles can get you. Rides amazingly well, and I don't really have anything bad to say about it. The one thing I will say though is pretty cool is that you can now get this with the Extreme Recon package, which definitely ups the fun. But seriously, if you're not going to take this off-road whatsoever, but you still want the cool off-roader look, the regular Rubicon, it does that, and it drives amazingly well on road. And these are pretty easy to find. Like this particular dealership has several 22s, I think, and then they've got a few of these 23s as well. And so it's like you can walk into a dealership and buy one of these, whereas the Extreme Recon, you'd have to probably order one right now. But still, let me know what you guys think about this. That's good. Something's up for our video on this Wrangler Rubicon. And again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this Wrangler. Check out the inventory in the description down below. Ask for Nick or Eric if you have any questions. I'll see ya.